Narratives and discussions may cover heavy content. For more information and disclaimers, please visit narrativesandnightcaps.com and take care while listening.
Welcome to Narratives and Nightcaps, books, beverages, and author conversations. I'm Brie, always ready to dive into new fantasy worlds and take a step back in time.
I'm Megan, part critic, always team physical copy, and forever chasing good thrillers and a great plot twist.
I'm Emily, your resident mood reader who thrives on chaos questions and lively book chats.
And I'm Jordan, equal parts heart, humor, and high-functioning caffeine addict. I come with coffee in hand, wine on standby, and a Gilmore Girls quote for every occasion.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Hello from LoveLitCon in wonderful, amazing San Diego. Joining me now is Jenn from Bookish Wine. She's obviously a friend of the pod. We all know that. Hi, Jenn.
Hi, Brie. I'm so happy to be here with you today.
I'm so happy to meet you in person.
It has been wonderful because being on the podcast and texting and talking on the phone, and it's just even so much more magical and better to meet you in person.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I was texting with like the podcast group and talking to Emily, who I know you know too, and she was like, "Oh, this is so amazing! You got to meet Jenn." And I go, "Jenn is just the most like magical, bright soul," and I was like, I'm so happy. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
We have to talk about volume 2. That's why we're here, is to dive deep into everything that you can share about volume 2. So let's start with the book for volume 2 that's coming up. Volume 2 comes out next month.
Yes.
Okay. Because I was like, I know the last day to order is like March 15th.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes. March 15th is the last day to order, and then we will be shipping shortly thereafter. So mid to late March we'll ship.
Okay, perfect. So let's start. The book, you've been telling me all about it. I saw it. It's a cozy romantasy. Please tell.
Yes. So we were really trying to listen to our members, and they wanted something that is romance centered and more on the cozy side with really lovable characters. And so Bound by Hearts and Stone by Lauren Sinatra is that it is the main male character is a gargoyle. So that's really different. And the main female character is a woman, but it is very cozy. I wouldn't even say that it ventures too much into like the monster room. It's very like gentle monster romantasy, if you will. And it's very romance centered with like light fantasy. So there really is something for everyone. If you love that fantasy, it does have those elements. And if you love romance, it is very like romance centered.
That's awesome. I know we've both had like a really long day today, but can you think of like, what are some of the tropes that readers might be interested or want to know about?
Okay, definitely. I'm going to say this is something that's very refreshing for me personally as a reader. It is the main male character is a cinnamon roll. So instead of him being like a morally gray shadow daddy or like this like angsty, negative, grumpy sort of character, the main male character, Jet, is absolutely soft and warm centered cinnamon roll, golden retriever type of main male character, which to me is very refreshing compared to what we see a lot of in the romantasy space. So I love that. There's also a huge element of, touch her and die, or touch her and find out what happens. Like, so he does have that like sweetness, and he also will like incredibly protective. There's very strong elements of found family and chosen mates instead of fated mates. So I really like that. It's very different.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, wait, that's kind of fun. I like that. And don't get me wrong, like I love fated mates, but oh, that's really sweet.
Exactly. So it's like a choice, and I don't want to give away too much, but like chosen mates. And I would say also there are trauma elements and the main female character overcoming trauma, and there's a lot of like survival and a stranger in a strange land, I would say.
Okay, very nice. Well, yeah, as an Outlander fan, I do love a stranger in a new place. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Sorry, my brain is like totally going out on me.
Me too.
Do you know, is this a standalone or is it going to be a part of some sort of series?
Okay, so what's really cool is it is an interconnected standalone in a series. So this is Bound by Hearts and Stone by Lauren Sinatra. There's also Bound by Hearts and Wings, which has different main characters, but they are featured in the first book. So you can read them all as standalone, and she's going to have in the series 5 books.
Okay.
And Lauren Sinatra also has other books and other genres, which is really cool. Just as an author, and also she's just like a phenomenal human being and a delightful person to work with. And so grateful that she said yes to being featured in Bookish Wine Volume 2.
What can readers and club members expect with the design of it?
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you. That's a really good question. Um, so it's a naked hardcover, so no dust jacket, which we actually did some like quantitative research and found out that people wanted a naked hardback.
Okay.
So it's hardcover. It has silver foiling. There is character art on the cover. Um, the inside has character art in pages that are very colorful. There's chapter art and sprayed edges or printed edges on all 3 sides. And the really cool thing that's exciting about this book is that Bookish Wine published it, and so it is exclusive to Bookish Wine members.
That is so cool. And I got to see it in person today, and it is stunning, beautiful, gorgeous, like everything that you want in an exclusive special edition of a book. It's so, so, so beautiful. I can't wait for my copy to arrive with Volume 2. And there is something really special and unique about Volume 2 when it comes to this book with an audiobook as well. Yes?
Yes, so it is exclusive and limited edition. So when listeners use your code narratives30, they will receive a free audiobook of the featured book. So it's exclusive to certain members and certain signups. So also for your listeners, they can become members, but they can also buy a solo box as well. And either way, they'll receive the audiobook.
The audiobook, and since Jenn brought it up, when you use the code narratives30, you also get $30 off if you order by March 15th. So that brings the cost of Volume 2 from $120 to $89.99. This is your opportunity to try Bookish Wine. Like, I'm just going to say it. And if you haven't seen our unboxing with Jenn for Volume 1, Emily and I were absolutely blown away by truly what an immersive experience Bookish Wine is with Volume 1. Like, Jenn, I mean, you're so inspiring with how intentional you are with every single component. I mean, I know we've been talking about that with LoveLitCon, about how purposeful the event has been and really inclusive to everybody. And you're the exact same with Bookish Wine, and that's what makes it so magical too. I mean, it's not just the amazing book and the wine that's coming. The attention to detail makes it an experience for readers. And so, like, Volume 1, I was immediately sold upon opening that and having that experience with you. I can't wait for Volume 2.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Yeah, so in addition to like the book and the exclusive wine, the exclusive book, the audiobook, we also are doing 2 specifically paired recipes. And our friend Carlos, who's a chef and a restaurant owner, is curating those for us. One is a dessert recipe that like specifically is featured and mentioned in the book. And we also have an entree recipe that pairs with the book and the wine.
Oh, so cool. Okay, so speaking of the wine, I know that things are still being decided, but what can you tell us about the wine that will be paired with this?
Yes, so it is going to come from the Napa Valley region. It's from an award-winning vineyard, and it's going to be a white varietal, which is really exciting. Volume 1 had the red, and so there's a lot of white wine lovers, and so we're featuring a white wine from Napa Valley, and we're finalizing the details with the winemaker right now. So we'll hopefully be able to reveal exactly the wine and the vineyard and all of that very soon.
You tasted a bunch of wine though. Remind me how many like different types of wine you tasted.
It was 30 to
Oh
50
my gosh.
specific wines that were white for volume 2 because I know I wanted to pair it because we're pairing based upon the themes, the vibes, the characters in each featured book. And so this one felt we're releasing in March, and the book feels very even though it does have heavy themes at times, it does feel like there is the sweetness and the lightness and the crispness, which I think pairs really well with a white varietal. So that's why we went with a white instead of a red this time.
I'm so excited. What has been like either the biggest surprise or what have you really learned now that you have volume 1 under your belt, moving into volume 2? How did your process and everything change or what changed in that time?
Well, I love this. Thank you so much. That's such a thoughtful question. Volume 1 was complete startup mode. And so at the same time that we're launching, we launched the website and like a rep program and all these different elements at the same time that we were juggling. And so like learning different systems. So thankfully now with volume 2, our website is already up and functioning. We have some systems in place. We know what to expect with our wine partner, and we know like more of the process of what to expect with working with authors. So it's like very nice to be able to like each volume be able to grow and build off of each other.
That's really, really cool. I can't even imagine volume 1, all that you were trying to lift up at the same time, but you did go out and celebrate, right?
Yes,
You're
finally. My friends wanted to throw a launch party, and I'm like, okay, no, maybe for volume 3 we can have a launch party because it was too crazy. But I did celebrate, and that's another really good thing. I think psychologically that my headspace is better because I'm more calm for this one. And volume 1 was gorgeous. Volume 2 is going to be gorgeous. So they're like what people are going to hold in their hands for both is wonderful. But I think as a human and like a business owner, going into volume 2 is just like having more confidence with what to expect with the process, I think.
Oh, no, I mean, I can assume, I can
Yeah.
speculate, but that makes a lot of sense. Um, I want to talk to you like just as a woman-founded, woman-owned business, like what has your overall experience been like? I know that that's very vague of a huge generalization, but I'm also just thinking about all of the other women-owned, women-founded businesses out there too. Like, what would either be some words of encouragement, some advice, or I mean, too, like, without I'm not trying to talk down to anyone necessarily, but like what would you want people to know about being a woman-owned small business?
Yes, I think that it's really important that we shift the paradigm and shift the way we frame things. And so I really believe in collaboration instead of competition. And so it's funny, I feel like in a lot of male spaces, I love men. Have a male partner. I have a dad, I have brothers. No, but I think there's like a lot of competition and this feeling of needing to compete and needing to be better than one another, whatever. But I feel like as a woman in business that we actually can work together, we can collaborate, we can lift each other up instead of, and like, even if it's the same business, like working together and referring to each other, I think that's really powerful.
I completely agree. I just feel like we get so much further when we support one another and are there for one another through all of this.
Yes.
Jenn, this was so much fun talking to you about Volume 2. Just a quick reminder, you can go to bookishwine.com. That's BOOKISHWINE.com. Use the code narratives30 for that audiobook as well as for that exclusive discount by March 15th so that you can get Volume 2. Jenn, thank you again. So fun to see you and chat.
Thank you so much. You're the best.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks so much for listening. The Narratives and Nightcaps podcast is a production of The Craft Co. with intro music created by Remington Haynes.
Subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Follow at Narratives and Nightcaps on Instagram or visit our website, narrativesandnightcaps.com.
Sign up for our newsletter to always know what we're reading next, which authors are joining us on the show, and for extra bookish and beverage info.
Connect with our additional co-hosts, Jordan and Emily, as well.
You can find me on Instagram at Cozy Reads and Sips.
And you can find me on Instagram at books.bottles.
Cheers!
Cheers!